We are going Group A racing for the Fowlers Homes Group. And this will be the man, the managing directors of Fowler Homes, Taranaki. It is Lachlan McMillan, the rookie.
Yeah, well, this is his first race meeting, isn't it?
Yeah, and eases off into the Mouthfresh roundabout, got the boat set up. Geez, I tell you what, I'm very impressed with the way this guy's going about this, considering he has no background in motorsport at all.
None whatsoever?
None. Well, I just think he might have some kahunas about him, you know. He's just one of those guys that one chance the name of the boat, and he's just, he's into it. He's absolutely into it, and looking like a bloke who has had a lot of experience, because he's just learned so much throughout the course of the day, and that's a 47.061. That is a time that a lot of more experienced drivers would be very happy with. Only his 5th ever lap in a boat.
That's really hard to believe.
I don't know that I've actually seen somebody come out of the blocks like that. He was on and off the accelerator right at the very first couple of laps of the day, settled himself down, great run. We've got another rookie coming out now, Tim Betts and Joe Kapua from Auckland. Well, Joe from Tauranga, Tim Betts from Auckland, and these guys in their rookie drive. Tim Betts going about it just a little bit easily softer than Lockie McMillan. So these guys out on track at the moment. They've got the Mac Craft hull. The boat's name is Violet Tendencies. And as we said, it is their first race meeting. Looked like pretty cool and calm, collected sort of customers. And Tim Betts just going nicely about it, not overthinking it, not over racing it, but a little bit wide there. Probably thought about it a little bit too late.
Yeah, well, it'll all come with practice, won't it? He'll get a bit more pace up, and yeah, when he goes to turn the corner, we'll be there.
It's you have a look into that cockpit there, and Tim Betts obviously quite a tall man. The height difference between he and Joe Kapua, I don't know that Joe can see over the dashboard there. She stands at about 4.25 feet.
Well, I had to have a second look there. I wasn't sure there was a co-driver in the boat when they came out.
So Tim Betts and Joe Kapua there with a 57.471. All right, next boat to face the starter will be Ray Ferguson and Nikki Ferguson, husband and wife team, that is, from Lower Hutt. Ray, the director of Westview Aluminium, and Nikki, the mortgage advisor. And, well, the technical, the T8 Stephanie Murray Mortgages, another sponsor on board there, Bodyworks, Panel and Paint and Engine Dynamics. Oh, Ray Ferg, he'd been tickling it around a little bit earlier, now starting to come to grips with this boat. And this is the sort of form that we saw from Ray Ferg some 5 years ago when he stepped out of the sport. Now coming back into it, the first 4 qualifying runs, I thought, geez, are we going to see any of that form? And I think we're starting to show, he's starting to show a little bit of that form up until he went the wrong way. Needed to go to the far side of the track there. Now he's coming back to now he's going right up the end of the course.
Yeah, well, this is their last chance to get it wrong, really, before the competition hots up.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to be getting it wrong now, because it takes a fair bit to work this out. He is completely and utterly lost.
Yeah, no, he hasn't found his way back yet.
He keeps going out to that far side. He needs to come down some other way. In fact, I don't even know which way he needs to go anymore.
I'm just hoping he's got enough fuel.
That's it to the far side. No, he's gone the wrong channel again. He's just went, you know what, I've had enough.
Yeah, time to find the trailer.
Yeah, well, that's it. Let's hope he can find the trailer. He would have got himself that dizzy after that run. All right, Clayton and Mandy Tisdall for Tisdall Contracting, not concreting. So, man, I love the way Mandy Tisdall navigates. You wouldn't believe that such a short Sheila could have such a long arm.
Yeah, I would. She's given me a few tune-ups over the years.
I'll tell you, that left hand of the Clayton just took. He went quite wide, but kept the boat speed up, kept the boat on the plane. Didn't lose a lot there. Into that crosswash, that jet speed hull just handled that really nicely.
Yeah, it does hold that crosswash very well, and it's quite amazing to see the difference in drivers taking different lines.
So Clayton and Mandy Tisdall, a nice run with a 44.692 straight to the top of the table. But yeah, that's right, Mush. When you see tarmac racing, you watch the boats take the same, the cars take the same apexes. Jet sprinting, it is completely different. Different drivers will go in tight, others will go out wide, depending on where they want the boat positioned for the next series of corners. So it will be different each time round. As we see the Ryko boat for the second time today, Stuart Latham, James Hayden. Now, these guys had a chat to them during the pit and paddock walk during the lunch break, and they managed to rip the reverse bucket off the back of the boat. And of course, you can't start a race without the reverse bucket being attached. So they managed to rip that off in the pit area. They could not get the boat started, so they jury-rigged two lots of batteries to get a 24-volt charge into it to start it before pulling the charge out. Stewie Latham gone wrong way. No, that'll be very, very disappointed with that. Now he's got to work out where he is. No, Stewie, you need to... Well, that's not bad. He's figured it out, and he's back on track again. Probably not the way 99.9% of drivers would go about it. But Stewie Latham, the man from Western Australia, sorted it out in the end and posted a time of 59.426.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing another U-turn performed on the track.
I tell you, that was very nicely done. So they will certainly have a qualifying time after a pretty rough day at the office for them. Just Brett Scammell from Brent Scammell Honda down there in Winton, just wandering his way into the tower. Of course, royalty of motorcycle racing from down here in the Winton region as we go racing with Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith in the Jet Design Co. the Hyper Sprint. Phil Dick is doing a pretty good job today. He's driving better than we saw all over last season, of course. Now that we've said that, there is a fair likelihood that he'll get up on the grass, but, well, let's see if the commentator's curse holds true to form. Bogged it down a little bit, but he's still on track. And now he's not on track. He has spun it out. And, the jet unit is absolutely up to its guts in mud. And that is the end of Phil Dick for that particular run. Yeah, so Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith, they've been running very well all day. Just that right-hander caught them a little bit unawares, and of course the choppy conditions out here causing all sorts of problems. During the lunch break, when I spoke to a lot of drivers, they said that going to the far side through that crosswash over there, once the boat gets a little bit flighty, the wind is causing a fair bit of movement as well. So not only are they contending with a crosswash, they're contending with the wind. Coming into the final left-hander, they're trying to get the boat settled coming through the middle of the course. The waves, of course, making it difficult to settle the boat. And then as they start turning the corner, if they're getting a gust of wind, it's pushing the nose right around and making a lot of these guys and girls get in there a little bit tighter than what they're expecting. So it's certainly creating a few issues for these drivers and navigators. But, well, it's the same conditions for everybody, isn't it?
That's dead right. I mean, they're all fighting the same course, aren't they?
Well, we are going to go to the top. This is the top 9 for the Group B in this running order. It will be Ray Thompson, Hayden Wilson, Jacob Simons, Craig Shaw, Kelly Manell, Daniel Reid and Paddy Hayden. So from slowest to fastest in the top 9, but I only see 7. But that's all right. Lucky genius child over here put the numbers next to him, because otherwise I would never have known that there wasn't 9 there. But, well, Phil up on the trailer, and we've got a big field in the Group A category. So to get into the top 9, it is going to be tighter than Leighton Manell's underpants. All right, Harry Whelan's MF King, Jason Conroy doing the navigational duties. They've sorted this engine out. They blew up an engine last year. Took them some time to get it resorted out. So Harry Whelan's the industrial designer, Jason Conroy the farmer, Usain Bolt is the name of the boat, boat 158, Conroy Associates, buy tools online, space-wide story, capital city, Cedo, very wide around that left-hander, thought he was going to grab the bottom of the Eltham Island, managed to get away with it. How does he go into the hairpin? Oh, have a look at that. That was like it was on rails. Into the crosswash now. Oh, got off it. Oh, don't know, we've seen that happen before and it hasn't ended well. But Harry Whelan's up until that part of the rotation looking very confident indeed. Got the confidence back just into this final left-hander. Harry Whelan's went quite bouncy around there, 45.820. So, yeah, bounced his way at the end of that. Lost a bit of time in the part of the track where he is right now and lost a lot of time in that final left-hander. So, but still puts himself in a P2 at the moment behind Clayton and Mandy Tisdall. We'd like to thank the Williams Hotel Group, the Oak Ridge Resort. Oh, mate, I'm staying at a resort.
A resort?
Yep, the Oak Ridge Resort.
Wow, that's far too flash for you.
Oh, I know, it is a little bit too flash. Normally they just leave me with a blanket, throw me under a truck, but they decided to put me up somewhere nice, and it is sensational as we go racing with Carl Brentswell, Hamish Murray doing the navigational duties, marooned 2. It is a stinger. 8.5-inch Scott jet unit, very nice around the mouth fresh donut at the top part of the course. Oh, that is wide at the hairpin and bogged it down. That's probably not the quickest way around there, mate.
No, he's got to figure that one out, hasn't he?
Oh, kept the brave foot in.
Yeah, he handled that crosswash very nice.
Well, after that debacle around that hairpin, around the bottom of Fowler Homes there, he's come back. How's this one going to go? A lot better, so not a bad finish with a 46.247. Started off really confident.
Yeah, he did, and he sort of finished pretty well too, and he probably just about lost a second on that faraway corner where he is there now.
Yeah, look, I think, it's really hard to sort of pick it, but when they get bogged down the way he did, because he went so deep into that corner, then bogged it down, that is just a massive time loss in there. As we go to the Rice Racing, of course, the A and B deal with Sean Rice and Faye Rice from New Plymouth. They are waiting for a new boat. They, in fact, raced this boat last year, sold it off to Lockie McMillan, who was kind enough to offer them a drive because they are actually stepping up into the unlimited category once their new boat arrives.
Oh, well, that's good to see. Good camaraderie around here, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It's very, very surprising. They'll share a boat, a wife, a cat, the dog, but never a secret.
Yeah, well, you got to keep some things quiet, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. So Sean Rice now into this final corner and a 45.423 puts himself in a P2 behind Clayton and Mandy Tisdall. So they'll be very happy with that run. Of course, Sean Rice, it was his rookie season last year, said, righto, I'm now moving up a class.
Yeah, well, it's good to see these guys having a bit of a move around, and of course with the World's being in Australia next year, I wonder if a few are thinking of popping over there. With so many in the A class this year. Oh,
it is going to be red hot, and look, a lot of these teams here are looking at that as we see Neil Marshall out on track with Hayley Brunning doing the navigational duties in the borrowed boat, the Mean Machine, not to be confused with the not to be confused with the methanol sucking monster that runs in the other class. Geez, I tell you what, yeah, made that sound like I needed elocution lessons, didn't I? So Neil Marshall, his first time in this boat, as we said, it is a borrowed boat. This boat is in fact up for sale. So if you want to get into jet sprinting, have a look at this boat out on track. It is a national round Nationals winning combination that Neil Marshall has with him there. And a 44.367 Neil Marshall to the top.
Yeah, he had a very different line around that final hairpin, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still hasn't really come to terms with this new package, but having said that, that's his smoothest run. Still a long way to go to tidy it up, because as you know, you jump out of one car and into another, and all of a sudden just these little things that the pedals are in a slightly different position from the car you're used to. If you get in a European car or an American car, the windscreen wipers, and you've got the indicators going and the windscreen wipers and all that, it's sort of similar, except you don't have indicators obviously on the sprint boats.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying there.
So we'd also like to thank No Limits Interiors as a sponsor, and they have done a fantastic job here down at the Southern Sprint Boat Course. Of course, Oxbow Aquatrack, and they have done, they've got some wonderful adventure stuff going on. So go to the Oxbow website, book yourself in for a ride in the four-wheeler, the helicopter, the four-seater jet sprint boat, the four-seater, the commercial-style jet boat, the knife throwing, the gun shooting. It's all happening down here at Oxbow, eh?
Place to be, all right, isn't it? Good stag do place.
Yep, as we go with the radioactive racing, this is Ross Travers and his son Shane from Wanganui. Ross is self-employed, Shane is the apprentice engineer, and well, these guys have been in the mix all day, and some people forget about these guys. They're very, very quiet type of people, but if you don't keep an eye on them, you'll realise they're in front of you.
Yeah, well, they're all fighting for that lead at the end of the day.
Oh, you really heard the engine just trying to pick that little bit of speed up around that right-hander. And this is nice. Have a look at the way Ross comes in front of the commentary tower. You look right into the cockpit there. And very, very limited hand movement on that steering wheel, which means it is fast. Ross Travers to the top with a 42.837. And so that he's about 1.5 seconds quicker than Neil Marshall. Sorry? 1.53 seconds quicker than Neil Marshall. Well, here comes our reigning world champions in the Group A category, Rick Burke and Elf Kill 222. The boat is called Firewater. Go to that Facebook page. There is plenty of funny stuff on there, I can tell you. Now, we're talking earlier about these two guys and suggesting that each of them will put their hand up any time one of them makes a mistake. When I had a chat to them during the lunch break, they were both pointing a finger at one another for the wrong turn. So I retract my earlier statement and say these blokes are like any normal driver and navigator. They're going to blame one another.
Yeah, well, it's never your own fault, is it?
Oh, got the boat airborne.
Bloody good recovery, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming into this hairpin, 42.691. They are quicker than Ollie Silverton by about 0.15 a second. Sorry, Ross Travers. I do apologise there. Those guys were quicker than the previous guy. So I get myself a little bit confused. When it gets exciting, I get a bit confused. But Cy Gibbon and Paul Tommy Thompson, I had a quick chat to these guys during the lunch break. Now, they're actually putting bigger, different impellers into it to get a bit more pace out of it, and doing a little bit of underneath of the boat work after coming out during the previous qualifying run. They bent a couple of the fins at the back of the boat, so they needed to replace them. How is Cy going to he really softened it through there, didn't he? But it worked tremendously.
Yeah, well, they're all trying something different.
So Norman Davis Auto Glass machine, and just eased it across the line at a 43.302. So Cy Gibbon into P3 with Ollie Silverton and Jess Sitt still to run in the Fowler Homes Group A category. Gee, the way that Simon Gibbon attacked that crosswash, because that's been his nemesis all day. He really eased off, took a different line. It worked really well for him. Now, this boat has been sitting beautifully. They had a bit of a navigational error earlier, but Ollie Silverton, you can hear that he's got his foot into it and mashed. They have done some work on the impellers and changed the nozzle as well here, and you can really see that this boat is just in full flight at the moment.
Yeah, it's really launching out of it, isn't it?
Just about swear the way that this boat is going at the moment that it is an unlimited boat, but this is in fact a Group A boat, 412 cubic inches. Ollie Silverton 42.291. So wow, that is quick time for the Group A category. Phenomenal run there for Ollie Silverton and Jess Sitt. Well, here we go. So the qualifying 5 run was Ollie Silverton, P1, Rick Burke, 2, Ross Travers, Simon Gibbon, Neil Marshall, Clayton Tisdall make up the top 6. Geez, you've got to be quick on that, don't you, Bush? They took that away pretty quickly.
Yeah, they don't give us much time at all. They think they're geniuses up here or something.
Yeah, well, exactly. Geez, I tell you what, they have not been looking at us at all, have they?
Can't be hearing us either.
No, exactly. Oh, I don't know. But that rounds out qualifying 5 for the Group A category. We are now going to go allow 10 minutes to get the boat sorted. Instead of waiting for the 10 minutes, they've allowed a few of the super boats to get through. So Andy Ryan was under the 10-minute clock, back out on track now under the required 10 minutes. Kerry Ann Allen doing the navigational duties. The boat is the Joker. So the Joker, the Stinger hull, the Scott 8.5-inch jet unit, Rapid Earthworks, Hines Pipe Systems and Insurance Specialists, the sponsors on board here. Really wide around that big sweeping left-hander. Oh, nice. Very nice. Through the centre part of the course to the far side. Well, very late around that left-hander. Didn't panic though. 43.217. Andy Ryan into P4 for qualifying round number 5.
Yeah, for having mechanical issues in the back of your mind, didn't really show, did it?
No, not at all. Just even coming late into this final hairpin, went really deep into there, and we see a lot of people going deep.